Brah! What's up my people, my name is Spicy and today I have 6 stories coming out of the subreddit IDontWorkHereLady. I am giving away 4 Amazon gift cards at 2500 subscribers, which is pretty soon, so go ahead and participate. Like this video if you're having fun with me and drop a fire emoji in the comments if the video is fire. Congratulations LJH for the comment of the day. Brah! I don't work here, lady, but I will make an exception. About half a year ago, on a beautiful Sunday, I went to our popular supermarket to do some simple shopping. I wore what I usually wear, which was khakis and a black polo, and went to town once I arrived in the supermarket and especially hit the ramen section. Bachelor's life, you know. While standing there shopping, a lady, maybe in her 80s or older, barely walking, approaches me and, "Young man, may I ask you where the meat section is and would you cut it for me?" I thought about dropping the "I don't work here lady," but she was a rather sweet lady, so I agreed and took her to the meat section. We chose a meat which was of a higher quality than she usually buys, and asked the employee to cut it. She assumed I was the manager, thanked me, and walked away. So I continued shopping, but in a few minutes, she asked me again if I can help her. So, for 30 minutes, we went around the shop getting her food for the week. We got everything we needed. She yet again thanked me, and we both went to pay. Workers can also shop? Very nice. I see you have lots of fast food. You need to find a nice girl. Do you want to see pictures of my granddaughter? Sure, and yeah, we can shop. It's all good. So we had a small discussion while waiting for others to pay, and she showed me her granddaughter. We walked to the cash register and I could not resist. I paid both our groceries, and she asked me then if my boss would not mind if I take her groceries home. Sure thing. I drove the lady home, carried her groceries, and got tea and cookies as a reward. She was a war veteran, a lot of medals, whatnot, and unfortunately, her son passed away, and grandchildren barely visited. She was old and barely able to do the everyday chores, but was extremely nice and really reminded me of my grandmother. So from that point on, I hired someone to buy her groceries and drive her around, and when I have a free minute or two, I make sure to visit her. She was extremely surprised that I did not work there. Had a great laugh. This is extremely nice of you, but how do you afford it? I'm very curious. It is fine that you're doing this for one stranger, but for how many other strangers would you do that? I really wonder how you can afford this. Or actually, should I say, how much does it cost? Anyway, that's not the point. You're a great person. We need more person like you. You inspired me. Let me do this right now. I'm coming back. I feel like ashamed reading these kind of stories and then look at my bank account and not giving a penny per month. Maybe I'm the bad guy. No, I don't know where batteries are, and cursing at a 16-year-old is not going to help. I was a missionary kid and we were in the US to get the necessary supplies and such to go back overseas, as well as updating our prayer card. Basically a family photo with our names, ministry info and such. We got dressed up in our Sunday best, went to a photo studio to get some professional shots, and once we were done, we made a quick stop at a nearby drugstore to get some drinks. And apparently, 16-year-old me in a dress shirt and dress pants looked enough like an employee for a woman to ask where batteries were. When I let her know that I did not work there, she responded with, "Well then, what the hell are you dressed up for? Honestly, some people," and continued to mumble something unintelligible. Karen is in my house. About me, I work in retail for many years and totally have that helpful, bend over backwards mentality. I also don't have a confrontational bone in my body, to my downfall in this case. Scene setting. My house is pretty big, with the main floor laid out in ranch style. Carport with door, family room, kitchen, dining, living room with main door, bedroom with bathroom, with door to the backyard. The door to the family room is, or was, typically unlocked, so I don't lock myself out while taking out the dog or having a cigarette, so the kids can come in after school, etc. Also, sometimes family members or friends pop over and I tell them to just come on in so the knocking does not upset the dog. The house was still decorated for my kid's birthday party that weekend, including a "come on in" sign with Star Wars stuff drawn on it pointing to the family room door under the carport. On this particular day, I'd gone out the bathroom door to let the dog do his business, then lain on my bed to mess around on the iPad with said doggo joining me. My phone was on the couch on the other side of the house. After a few moments, I hear an aggressive hello from the other side of the house. I thought it might be my aunt, although her hello is sing-songy and sweet. I walked over to see who it was, and the dog took the warm spot on the bed. When I got to the kitchen, I could see some random lady standing in the family room. I stopped dead in my tracks at first, then moved towards her because I thought she might have been kidnapped or something and come for help. Derp, I am me. She is HI for home invader. Are you okay? I have literally been standing here for 10 minutes. I have an 11:30 appointment. Appointment? This is my house. Oh, so you're the doctor? This is a very unprofessional waiting room. And why don't you have a receptionist? No, this is my house. I'm not a doctor. Where are you trying to go? There is that retailer personality coming out. So you are the receptionist. Me moving past her to open the door so she can herself out. We've got a huge misunderstanding here. This is not a doctor's office. Where are you trying to go? Because this is 207th Street. Dog, hearing the door. Scamper, scamper. Whoa, 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 whoa. Seriously? A dog? Is this the personal side of the office? There was a sign right outside that said entrance, and the lady on the phone said it's 207th Street. She checks paper with appointment information. Oh my god, it says 702. Bye now. See, your sign even says Oh. Turns out, there's a chiropractor office at 702 Street. I'm surprised this has not happened since. And yes, I took down that "come on in" Star Wars sign the second she got in her car. Apparently, I am not allowed red shirt and dress pants to Target. So for the second time, the other day, I went to Target after work. I rarely go to Target as it is farther away than the other stores. I recently moved and realized that I don't have a toothbrush holder. I was wearing my red and black teacher clothes, but was not wearing anything directly Target related. Of course, for the kids, I stopped to check the clearance clothes section, you know, just in case. Excuse me, do you know where I could find a step stool? Oh, it happened again. I was standing in the same exact spot as about 6 months ago. I was wearing the same shirt. Apparently, if you accidentally knock something off of the rack and put it back, you are a Target worker. Well, I don't work here, but I can help you. I explained where the step stool was. She found it. Hell yeah. +1 for team parenting. I go around the store and find what I need. I am walking and pushing a cart with a few things in it. A different lady walks past me. In the snarkiest voice, she says, you really should not be wearing that here. You see, it is not like she was looking for help. I totally would have helped her. I kept my cool, though. Guys, no one was injured that day. I don't work for you full-time anymore, so you need to pay me a freelance rate to fix your problem. I had been working as a consultant on a major project for a tech firm. I was the subject matter expert on Pound System, an adequate database program that was basically obsolete and which this company kept around mostly for convenience. I'd been with the company about a year and only ended up as the subject matter expert on that system because the other subject matter experts had quit. Why, you ask? Well, the project manager over the product using that system, Jim, was a real nightmare. Lack of communication, flexible due dates that spanned weeks, and threw curveballs at the last minute, demands on-time tracking in multiple systems, none of which were actually utilized unless they were trying to prove someone was doing something wrong. It was a mess. I found another job and put it in my notice. A full 3 weeks notice just to make sure they could find someone. They never scheduled me to train anybody, so I assumed they found someone who had expert in Pound System. I turned in my keys and computer and then I left. About a week later, I got a call from Jim. We need you to come in and fix an issue we're having. I'm sorry, I don't work there anymore, I said, thinking that maybe the manager had forgotten. I know, but we don't have anyone here who can fix Pound Systems, so we need you. He explained the issue. It was a few hours work fix. Alright, if you would like me to work on Pound System, then I am willing to help, but I would have to charge you by the hour at a contract rate, and it would have to be after hours because I have a new full-time job. The manager balked. No, you will come in and work at the original hourly rate. No. I explained as carefully as I could. First, since I am not your FD employee anymore, I have none of your FD benefits. Second, this will be after hours and, from my perspective, overtime work. So again, I am happy to help you, but it will be at a new rate per hour. That's stupid. You know how to fix this. This should be easy for you. I am not paying you this new rate for something you already did at an older rate. At this point, I lost my patience. I am not bartering with you. Take my rate or don't. Next time you call, it will go up. Now listen here, you I hung up. He called back immediately, and I picked up the call. I need you to come fix this now. He seated into the phone. I can do that, I said politely. My rate is my new rate plus $50 per hour. You can't do that, Jim shouted. I am not paying you extra to. New rate plus $75 per hour. No, you're a real new rate plus $100 per hour. Keep going, Jim. I have all day. There was a really long pause. I'll go with the new rate. I'll do that, but nothing more. I will be honest with you guys. I really considered doubling down for the elevated rate, but at the same time, I know a win when I see it, so I took the job. I assume he did find a new expert because I never did another job for them again. You did good for yourself. You stood up to your new rate and understood that this extra work would be overtime from your perspective. Totally understandable and fair. You didn't have to go back there. You had the choice to help, and this should not be taken for granted. Plus, you have a new job. They should understand and respect that. But male Karens are no better than Karens. They never learn and they know no boundaries. If you have boundaries in your life, you're better subscribe to the channel right now, because I will tell the authorities that you watch my videos daily and is not supporting me, and they will arrest you. So just saying. Nah, this is not a threat, but really, consider subscribing if you are here often. I still don't know where that is. I work for an event company. We are the people who go to stores and give out free samples. While we are technically our own company, most of the time we work with a certain bulk grocery store that I will call Redco. Since we don't work for them, we normally don't know where specific items are, but have a general layout of the store. One day, as I am making some scrambled egg bites to sample, top tier stuff by the way, one lady comes up and asks where the hummus is. I tell her to check the deli aisles, as that is the only place they could be, and follow up with my regular, if you don't find it, someone with the Redco logo on their badge should be able to help you out better. Normally when I say this, people understand I don't work for Redco, so I can just continue with my demo. A few minutes later, this woman comes back with a noticeable lack of hummus and greets me tersely. Hey, they were not there. Do you know where else I can check? She is polite so far, but I can tell she's getting annoyed. No, I'm sorry. If you find one of the Redco employees, they might have a better idea. Just tell me where you put them. At this point, she is blocking the front of my cart with her basket, and other people get in line behind her thinking she's going to grab a sample. Ma'am, I'm sorry, I don't work for Redco, but if someone has the Redco logo on their badge, they will be able to help you. I don't know where they are. Look, I am in a hurry. Just tell me where it is. Now I am confused. I thought I said I don't know. No radio or magic fairy told me where it was in that 10-second interval, so I still don't know. Ma'am, I still don't know. If you find a Redco employee, oh, for the love of God, I will just find a manager. She storms off and I continue with my demo. About 5 minutes go by and one of the Redco managers comes by with her in tow. Me and this manager are cool. I make a big sample for his lunch, and she points at me. It was him. He refused to help me. The manager looks at me for a bit and seems to understand what happened. Ma'am, he does not work for Redco. He's not my employee. He also does not get information on the whole store, just his product. But let me show you where the hummus is. He walks her over to the aisle I pointed out. Ha ha! And she goes on her way. Later, the manager told me she said I refused to help her and just ignored her, so that was a fun complaint to add. We have to document all complaints no matter how stupid they are. If you need to document all the complaints no matter how stupid they are, maybe you should document, well, the person who said it, because when a complaint comes from a Karen or a Karen in training, it is a serious matter. We need to take this seriously, because otherwise we need to call the president to let him know that your complaint, well, that Karen's complaint, was not properly managed. And that, my friend, is unacceptable. I am hosting a giveaway very shortly once we reach 2500 subscribers, where I will be giving away 4 Amazon gift cards. So to encourage you in doing so, I will sing you a song. Subscribe to the channel for the giveaway. Yeah, subscribe, yeah, subscribe, yeah, hey, my name is Billy and I own a horse. My name is Billy and I don't like horses. I got a big horse. I've got a big horse that I don't like.